You're live. You're live with Harley, folks. Check it out. 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 If you don't check it out, you'll miss it. Just wanted to do a little how do you do. I did an Instagram live here for hashtag Greta Van Fleet Canada for the Greta Van Fleet Instagram site, as well as on Facebook Live today. Just wanted to do a little shout out thing. The Greta Van Fleet, of course, was for Greta's performance tonight on Saturday Night Live, where they'll likely do two songs. If Greta did the whole show, I'd be cool, but they should get two songs anyway. And yeah, and you know what? My apologies, guys. I don't know who the actress is for Miss Maisel, but apparently she's a Greta fan, so she's got Greta on tonight with her. I'm a Greta. They're not coming to my house to play, so how's that? And I have wine. Does Greta like wine? I hope not, because if Greta likes inebriants, then the future could be bleak. Anyway, wine is tonight's wine. Oh, I got a couple. Someone likes here. What do we got? Someone liked my statement. If Ghost is metal, then Rick Astley is punk. Theatrical rock at best. Yeah, I stand by that. Devin Townsend is releasing his new album Empathy, March 29th, I think. Devin, shout out, brother. Vancouver boy. My son actually saw Devin Townsend last night in Vancouver at the CBC studios for an acoustic session he did for, I guess, just a preamble for the release of Empathy that's coming out end of March. So, yeah, I saw an interview with him, and I just commented that I couldn't wait to hear this album before watching this. Now I'm going out of my mind. Devin is truly an underrated genius, and his music has always been leaps and bounds ahead. Empathy sounds like it's going to be amazing. That's very true. And Gaynor Williams, peace to you, sister. Love ya. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Gaynor is a new subscriber on the YouTube channel. Welcome. Shout out to all the members, everyone who's joined. There's not a lot. I'm not, I'm not one of those guys that really puts his whole life into this. I do have a professional career as well as a family, so a lot of things on the go regularly. So I don't, I don't put as much time into this as some people do. But I truly appreciate everyone that joins, everyone that watches, everyone that comments. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy lives to join me at my party, sit at my table, and just talk. I love the interaction. You guys, it's been amazing. I got to say, it's been absolutely amazing. There's been very few negatives on any of the interactions I've had, either on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's been all positive. It's been great. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, click down below and subscribe if you're a first-time watcher, and click that little bell, and you'll get a notification every time I drop one of these moronic videos with my stupid-ass comments and basically my brain spewings. So yeah, I just wanted to go on a bit about Greta tonight being on SNL. Congratulations to Saturday Night Live for having a decent musical guest. Greta Van Fleet have been on a rocket ride, I guess, is the only way you can. I mean, I followed a lot of bands in my days, and I was young when Van Halen came out in 1978. I saw them starting in 79 up until... I didn't see the last tour with Dave, because Dave sings about as well as my cat now. Not that Dave ever was a great singer, but I saw the Sammy years. I saw Van Halen right up until 1984. The 84 tour was amazing. That's got to be the biggest tour ever on record. And I mean, to see a band climb as fast as Van Halen did, I think from 78 they opened a lot of eyes, to 1980 when Women and Children first came out, up until 81. I mean, Diver Down was a weak attempt, I think, on their part, but I don't think that was a whole band thing. I think that was a Dave ego project more than anything. But they recovered. They did a lot of great stuff, and 84 wasn't a fantastic album in my opinion. It was 84 was a David Lee Roth album. I mean, Eddie was a master on that album. Alex Michael did fantastic on there. one thing I have to say about Van Halen, guys, the old Van Halen, the Michael Anthony included Van Halen, because I mean Mike played with Sammy, Mike played with Gary Sharon for that one failed album. Mike always sang a lot. Mike sang a lot of the high stuff. He covered a lot for Dave, especially live. So kudos to Michael Anthony, and he was unappreciated, I think, in his time with Van Halen. So Sammy Hagar Sammy Hagar is a true artist. Sammy Hagar had success when he joined Van Halen. He didn't have to join Van Halen. He wanted to join Van Halen, and he did. And unfortunately, it didn't work out as well as it should have. I think personally, for me, if you know what, let's put it all out there. A glass of wine in my hand. If Eddie Van Halen didn't have his head so far up his ass, Sammy Hagar would still be in Van Halen, and that band would still be doing arena tours. Those boys, and what now? I mean, the anniversary of the first album in 1978 came and went 40 years ago, and nothing happened. Nothing. Like, people talked about it on YouTube and some of the channels around, but anyway, I'm not going to bust chops about that. I mean, I owe thanks to the boys for all that they did in the days when they did it. I had a great time at their shows. In 1984, I watched a woman behind me pass out when David Lee Roth asked if somebody wanted to come up here and tie me up. So it's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. You got four guys on stage that own their crowd as much as Van Halen did in their heyday. And I mean, Eddie's guitar playing, he revolutionized music. I was going to say rock and roll, but he revolutionized music. There's a lot of players that learned from Eddie Van Halen. So, I mean, if you called it a plane crash at the end of the day, you know, they'll never be forgotten for what they contributed. Unfortunately, all the crap that came with it after, with the fighting and the splits and all this other stuff. Anyway, Greta on Saturday Night Live tonight. Go check it out. Watch it. It's going to on stream, I'm sure. There actually is hair up there, by the way. Some people said there's not hair up there. There's hair up there. I just like to put the hat on because, I don't know. I guess I just do. Anyway, Devin Townsend. Shout out, brother. Proud Canadian here. Can't wait to see the, I believe it's March 29th release of Empath when that gets released. Anyone who doesn't know who Devin Townsend is, check out some of his stuff on YouTube. Devin used to sing with Steve Vai, so I mean, he's not and that was years ago. Had Strapping Young Lad was a metal band that he had in Canada as well. And if you want to check out a few things, check out Kingdom. There's an in studio thing that Devin does where he plays Kingdom on his own. There's also the God, is it Optic Circus or something that he plays? It's on YouTube where it's an in-concert thing that's kind of all show and glitz, and he's dressed in a white suit with a top hat. But yeah, and there's another one too. Shame on me for not remembering it. Strapping Young Lad. My good God.
One of which we've never played. But these ones are really requested, so hey, promotion machine.
That's Dev. So yeah, I'm gonna pause that for a second, and I'm just gonna look for that song. And it's right on the tip of my tongue. And I'll be honest with you, I did a Facebook Live earlier today, and I was playing. It's Deadhead. So I was playing Deadhead. It just came into my head. And I did a Facebook Live about it because my son, 24-year-old son, who lives in Vancouver, where Devin lives, saw him last night at CBC Studios, and it was pretty cool, I guess. So he did a little acoustic thing. Anyway, what else have I got? That's music, right? We got Greta Van Fleet. We got Devin Townsend. We got some Van Halen. Look at what that makes. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. And I politics, but that's just a downer. Politics is just a downer. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Whether it's Canadian or American, it's a downer, man. And you know what? Today's about enjoying yourself and having fun. So as politically pissed off as I am, the music kind of takes me out of that, and I'm happy for that. So, peace and love to all you guys. Thank you very much for your memberships, for joining, for subscribing, for commenting, liking, for all the things that you do. Harley's here for you.